Okay, I'm going to do part 2 reading on Tasia Fortune's case. Just want to ask a few questions since there's been some updates since my reading on August 7th. Tasia Fortune, woman found hanging from a tree in Jackson, Mississippi. So since I did this reading, there's a person that they interviewed that they said was a person of interest on the case. Someone that has had contact with her prior to her being found. His name is Terrance Anderson. Let me show a quick picture of him. This man right here. And my first reading I did on Tasia, I did pick up black male involved, okay? In my vision, I did see some details with this black male having black kinky hair, locks, although he appeared to be darker in complexion. But, you know, I do think there's multiple people involved in this situation. So I want to go in and ask some questions in regards to this Terrance Anderson. I did find out that he is the father of one of Tasia's children. Now, I didn't know Tasia had children. I did pick that up as I was tuning in to her energy. So after doing a little bit of searching, she has 4 children. I don't know any info about the other father that could be the other father of the other children, but he's at least one of the fathers. So I want to see, is this father, Terrance Anderson, involved in Tasia's death? I feel like he is. Okay, like, why would Spirit show me a person? And I picked up that this person had criminal history. So they're not naming him as an official suspect, but he was arrested on a gun possession charge. And, you know, as a person with a felony, he's not supposed to have weapons on him. So I feel like more is going to come out, that he could potentially be upgraded to a person involved in her murder, death, hanging. I want to see on my tarot cards, Terrance Anderson's connection to Tasia. Does have anything to do? Okay, look at that. We have the High Priestess coming out. This is intuition, mystery, inner knowing, wisdom, knowledge, things yet to be revealed. And as you can see, we have a yes energy here. So right out the back, this High Priestess is coming out. Yeah, it's some truth. He knows the truth, and he has knowledge. Okay. What else? Why did this happen? Okay, so we have, a lot of yes cards. We have the Empress coming out, also Judgment. This card came out in the first reading. I feel like, what happened to her? Yeah, this is heavy. I feel like karmic in nature with her killing, and you got someone placing judgment, or this was a result of like her not doing what she was asked to do with this judgment coming out. Things out of her control. Also with this Empress card, this is a female. This also speaks to fertility, feminine energy. So I feel like this just speaks on their connection. They had a child together. But I also feel like it's another female that could be involved. Not necessarily in her death, but okay. Clarifier for the High Priestess. Okay, now we have the Page of Pentacles coming out. Like I said, I kept getting something about a job or employment under this High Priestess. Now, this came out in reverse. So I feel like with this coming out in reverse, this is, you know, how like you're starting something new, being given an opportunity to either earn some money, earn an income. In the reverse, this is like things falling apart, money problems, someone who does not appreciate you. Like I said, this person had no regard, no type of protective, loving nature towards Tasia, okay? Although they had a child together, no, he was just all about what he wanted and making whatever this job, this business, illegal business, because it says he had past criminal history with drug trafficking, marijuana, cocaine. I picked that up in the first read. Absolutely. I feel like this young lady was being trafficked by him for drugs. I really do. I hate to say that, and I'm just keeping it real, y'all. This is what I'm getting from Spirit here. And I feel like she really did not want to do it. I feel like she struggled with addiction because of going through some hard times. But that does not justify what happened to her. Now we have the Five of Cups. Sadness, grief, despair under this judgment. This to me is just clarifying his involvement in her death, okay? And I feel like this person is just basically, it was set up. He's not suspecting that he would be caught in this. Moving forward. And then we have, look, we had a Five of Swords here. This is being defeated under this Empress card. I feel like this is her energy here. This is bullying. This is sabotaging behavior, walking away, change, self-sacrifice. This also speaks to abuse, violence, crime, rape, murder, assault. Okay? This young lady did not hang herself. Yes, I do feel like she was struggling. She had some issues. She was trying to do what she needed to do to survive. But she didn't do this to herself. All right, y'all. I want to use some other cards here. I just wanted to see what came out doing this Terrance Anderson person. I'm going to use a couple different decks. See what comes out here. What's Terrance Anderson's energy regarding Tasia? Look at that. We have occupation. This keeps coming out. Some type of job. Pathways. So this is kind of like a time frame card. Now it's showing you butterflies. I feel like Tasia was really, although she was having trouble, she was going through an awakening period. She was really trying to do the right thing. And I feel like this has been a struggle for some years because this particular card speaks to things taking time, okay? And we have family room. So you have this occupation, things taking time. Like, actually, this speaks to years. And we have family rooms. This speaks to a family connection, a close connection. So something happened with her. I feel like wherever she was staying at, was she staying with this person? I don't know. But something happened within a home. There's some type of evidence in either his home, okay, that will explain more about what happened to her. Like, I feel like she passed before the hanging. Oh. Adjudication. This is a couple having some type of legal dispute. So this can speak to this Terrance person having, prior legal involvement, but this shows a male and a female. And one thing that I also wanted to say, that he mentioned them having some type of argument. Yeah. Okay, now we have a married. I don't think they married, but there's another couple, a married couple that's coming out. Was this man married? Because he is like 60, 65 years old. I don't know. This also could speak to two other people that knows more about what happened. Could be a married couple. Okay. Yep, unexpected income. I think the argument was about money owed. I feel like he was trafficking her, and there was an argument in regards to, maybe she didn't want to do this anymore. Maybe she didn't want to give up money that she was given. Distance horizons. This speaks to some type of travel. Also, I'm picking up on this anchor here with this chain. Something significant with that makes me think of Spirit is trying to say something in regards to how she was found. Let's see, why is this marriage card here? High honors. Look at this. We got sudden wealth coming out. Again. We got high honor. Oh, this makes me think of somebody with military background. We have a false person coming out. Yep. So I get lying with this energy in regards to Terrance Anderson. Someone knows. He knows what happened. He's involved. He had help. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. Ooh, that's too many cards. We got the house coming out again. And we have the coffin. She was killed in the house. Prior to her being, we have message of concern. So I feel like before her passing, something came up. I get fear. I get like a shock, some type of message. And I feel like she was aware of something that concerned her before she passed. I'm going to take these away. There's some type of message, something written that's going to have information that comes out that explains the situation that happened with Tasia. Now, today is Thursday, August 13th. When I'm doing this reading, this update, they have did her autopsy. I think it was this past Tuesday. I haven't seen anything about what's being, the results of that. Hopefully it comes before this week is out. I want to see the energy of the results of that. What's going to come out from that autopsy? A lot of talk and gossip going on. I don't try to really look into that stuff because it can cloud what I'm getting intuitively. But I'm going to say this. Regardless of whether she was trafficked and maybe abusing drugs, mental health, had depression, that is not an automatic that she just gave up on life and did this to herself, because I'm not getting that. I'm definitely getting that this was set up to look a certain way so that this person wouldn't be found out, okay? I appreciate all the likes, comments, even the ones that are negative in nature. Hey, you have a right to feel how you want to feel, but I'm a messenger for spirit, and that's what I do, and I'm going to say what spirit is showing me and wants to say. So if you don't agree with it, you don't have to. And you don't have to watch. Autopsy results. I'm just going to pick some random cards out of here. Look at that. So we have dagger. What's going to come out here? We have a third eye, or this could be a eyewitness, someone knowing. We have mushroom. I get sexual energy when I see this card. There's a lot of cards in this deck. And this is a deck that I don't use often, but I feel like there is a good connection when I pull cards. Look at that. Scourge. Ooh. Okay. Not gonna pull no more. Maybe one more. Okay, thank you. This is Tasia's spirit coming through with this dove. I do get peace. I think I got that last time. I'm gonna set that there. I think spirit is already showing her being at peace because spirit knows the outcome already with this. I'm gonna pull a couple from my shadow deck that I pulled before. We are double-minded here. Somebody she trusted. We have an image of this male being real confident. Yeah, because they think they got this stuff set up in the back like this was a lynching, like this was a racial issue. Like, okay, somebody else did this. No. Nope. We have writing a journal. So, I think this speaks to, there's something written somewhere by this young lady. I don't know, she could have had a journal, writing down her thoughts, her fears. She knew something was about to happen to her, I feel like. There's something written that they're going to find. Hopefully they find it, but there's something somewhere. I hope family can look at this. Maybe, get a clue. We have chakras with coming out. Let me just pick one more. Okay. Last one to pull. We got Two-Face. Just like the other deck. Somebody wearing a mask. Okay. So, when I asked about autopsy, Results. What happened to her? This dagger represents betrayal, hidden aggressions, deceit. There was an argument. I don't know. She could have stab wounds, something, a sharp object being cut, some type of evidence that shows that this wasn't just a suicidal hanging. This eye, this is showing someone who is aware, someone with knowledge, okay? Someone bearing witness. So someone saw, someone knows, okay? This mushroom. In this deck, hold on a second. The mushroom talks about failure, poor decisions, doubt, taking a risk, a growing problem. And I also get sexual energy, seduction with this mushroom. But yes, I feel like this speaks to some issues going on, a problem. She was just caught up with the wrong person, and it's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. This was an ongoing issue that she was dealing with. This iceberg speaks of challenges that, you know, are bigger than what you think they were, okay? So I feel like, and just obstacles in general, hidden emotions, problems, you know, that you're going through. She couldn't get out of it. But I feel like she had a lot of desires and aspirations. But with this dagger here, you have someone close to you that's being deceitful, that's not of your best interest, that's making these challenges even more difficult to overcome, and ultimately caused her demise. Now you have this third eye here, and you have this scourge. This card talks about discipline, punishment, brutality, shame, extreme suffering. And I feel like this is speaking to her passing. This sick, twisted, evil person. Ooh, this is like being abused. Okay? When I was tapping into her energy, some of the words that were coming to mind, which makes me think about this card coming out, is like I felt that something with her stomach area. So that made her feel extremely sick. I don't know if something was given to her, or did she, you know, use something that it could have been a drug-related illness, okay? But that's what I got. And I heard the word diabolical, okay? Also, a message that I feel like is for her family. I was struggling with some things, but I did not kill myself. And that's all I'm going to say, y'all. This is... Her family knows. And it don't matter whether she was a person out there, you know, in the streets or doing what she was doing. Every case like this does not mean, even though somebody was struggling with mental health and addiction issues, does not mean that they just killed themselves. Now, I'm going to put it out there, y'all. I've been doing these readings for quite some time. No, I don't have a big channel, and that's okay, because I don't do this full time. But I'm a person that of integrity when I present what I'm getting from spirit, whether it comes out right or wrong. I did a reading on Trey Reed, okay? If some of you know about this case, this young man was found hanging at Delta State University. That was like about 9 months ago. Last year I did a reading on this young man, okay? Now, there's a lot going on in the news. That young man's spirit told me that he did that to himself. Very shocking. And I really didn't even want to put that out there, but, you know, that's what I got. You know, I got that he was dealing with some things, depression. I got some sexuality issues. Go to my reading, y'all, that I did. It's on my page. I might try to put the link in the description. I don't just do these and just jump on bandwagons. You know, that everything is, oh, this is a lynching. I know what happens, y'all. That case, I did not get that with him. And it's funny how I never really heard anything else about it. I know that it was, you know, an independent autopsy done. Now I'm finding out that he did struggle with mental health and that he had made threats to harm himself prior to him being found. And it's heartbreaking, but hey, that's what I got. We got to be honest. Some things like this does happen. Typically, you know, with our black folks here, hanging, like, who would want to do that? But hey, sometimes it happens. Every situation needs to be thoroughly investigated before we jump to conclusions. I'm just giving you what I get in regards to Tasia, okay? This last card I want to look at here. This is like a crystal ball. This is sudden insights, prophetic glimpses into the future, searching for answers. Like I said, in a way, I feel like she saw this coming, but I also feel like someone with knowledge had help in creating this narrative, okay? Because this young lady was searching for a way out and couldn't find one. Through somebody close to her that she trusted. Now, this health thing is coming out. I don't know. This to me is seeing like something made her ill, sick prior to her passing. We got an angel and a devil. Someone presenting one way, but also has another side to them. And we have, of course, confident male here, black male. Something needing to be in balance. We have someone lying in the mist. So, we're going to see what comes out. With this autopsy, I'll probably come back and maybe do another reading, but I wanted to see what come out under this man's energy. I want to thank you all for supporting me, watching. Please comment, like my video. I'm trying to get back in the algorithm here. Let's keep Tasia and her family, friends, and in prayer that the truth comes out. Please subscribe to my channel. Love y'all. Until next time. Peace.